was definitely something walking around out there then. Look at this, everywhere's shrouded in mist, and these woods have got a very spooky, eerie feel going on. I got a feeling it's going to be a good night. I'm going to be using the OEX Bush Pro tarp for tonight. Also in here I've got a lightweight tarp that I'll be using as a ground sheet. I found myself a nice little spot. I've got 2 oak trees there that I'm going to use to rig the tarp up to. Also there's plenty of other trees that I can use as tie-out points. I haven't thought of a tarp configuration yet. Let's see what I can come up with. There we go, quite happy with our setup. I guess it's a lean-to configuration. I've just tweaked it a little. I got the walking poles there, propping it up to give me that extra bit of headroom. And we're looking in front of me. I've just spotted those horses again, walking through those trees for the mist. Yes, it's a cracking little spot. Like I said earlier, it's got a very eerie feel to it. I've got my British Army issue Codex bivvy bag with me for tonight, and I've brought my Alp Kit Pipe Dream 600 sleeping bag. When it's raining as bad as this, I make sure everything's waterproofed. So all my kit that was inside my backpack, I've added inside this large dry bag. And my sleeping bag then, because you can't trust these dry bags, if you're in the rain long enough, it'll find its way in eventually. So I've got my sleeping bag inside this dry bag, and inside there then I've got it inside, it's an old recycling bag, nice and lightweight. That should keep it dry if the water ever gets through those dry bags. I've got my Firmarest Neo Air mattress for the night, and I haven't used this pillow in a long time. I think this is Firmarest as well. Compresses all these elastics, and it's a nice comfy pillow. Just puff it out. It's got a nice comfy material for you to rest your head on. I was just about to put my feet up and relax, and I realised I've got water pooling up on that one side. So what I'll do, quite simply, I'll just tie that off up to this high point there, and all the water will run straight off there. I'm liking this spot. This is nice. When it's raining, it's got to be a tarp camp. I can sit here and enjoy all of this. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a tent all night. Also, I can have a little fire with a firebox there. I've carried a bag of kindling in me. Even though I've got the firebox, I'm not cooking on a flame tonight. I'm going to be cooking on gas. And it's come up 6 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm absolutely starving. And I've got pie, peas, mash and gravy tonight. Let's get it on. When I cooked this pie and mash last night, I didn't quite think it through. So I vacuum sealed the gravy and the mash, and the peas easy enough. I cooked the pie and I realised it doesn't fit in these vacuum sealed bags. So what I've done, I put it inside. Ah, fuck, I've messed it up already. Oh no, idiot. I was so busy faffing around then, I forgot I had the stove on full blast. It's only been in there a minute and it melted straight to the miler bag. Thank the Lord I kept the pie in the metal tray. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to leave it in our water, cook it on low and slow. Hopefully that pie will heat right through. That mist has lifted from the woods, which is 15 minutes away from sunset. We've got all these beautiful colours going on around me. There's a few sheep over there grazing away. I just spotted those horses over there. Yeah, this is nice. This is a nice chilled vibe. Whilst my food's cooking, I may as well show you what beers I've got for tonight. I've got a beautiful bottle of Stormy Skies from Trees Brewery. And I have a can of Toffee Nut Latte Imperial Stout from Vault City. And in my hip flask tonight, I have a very seriously peated whiskey. That turned out okay after. I'm glad I managed to save that. Let's give it a try. Let's crack open a bottle of beer then. I had this on the channel last year, Stormy Skies. Trees made this for Christmas, last Christmas, and I honestly didn't think I'd be seeing it again. It's an absolute belter. I stuck my head in the brewery the other day, And Ray had a few of these left, and he very kindly gave me this bottle, which I was quite chuffed about, because I really enjoyed this when I had it back last year. It's 9%, it's a porter, and what he's done, he had some Penderyn Madeira whiskey casks. He said when he picked them up, there was still whiskey swishing around in the bottom, and he's aged this porter in there for 12 months. Right, let's crack it open. Ray, Johnny, cheers boys. That really is delicious. The first thing I pick up on it, the chocolatey taste going on, and there's also some fruity flavours in there. There's a lot of movement and noises going on in these woods, so I just took a walk around, and there's a lot of eyes lit up with my head torch looking back at me. I just heard something then. I'm pretty sure it's those horses moving around. Yeah, these woods definitely got a spooky feel going on, but I like that, it's cool. I'm having a walk around looking for those horses. I can hear them, but there's no sign of them. Be a pretty cool sight seeing them walking around the woods in the pitch black. Let's have a nice piece of Bara Briff and a nice drizzle of Welsh honey. It's from West Wales, this honey. One of the boys from work picked it up for me, and it's absolutely delicious. If you've never been to Wales and you do end up visiting one day, you've got to try a slice of Bara Briff, and butter and honey smothered all over it is a good shout. Yeah, that tastes absolutely scrumptious. Now, rain stopped quite a while ago. I'm expecting it to come back in the early hours of the morning for the night. Right, let's try tonight's wacky toffee nut latte, imperial stout. Can you see that? And that's 11%, but it's only a small can, 330ml. As always, I'll read the crazy flavours out for you, see what's going on with it. It's a decadent, silky, nutty. One of our most popular imperial stouts is back with a toffee nut twist. A full-bodied seasonal stout showcases layers of chocolate malt and oats, smooth toffee, and creamy vanilla for a velvety mouthfeel and a rich, nutty finish. Lovely smell going on with it. Can't quite make out what it is, but it smells good. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to like it or not, because I had a couple of these small, strong percentage ones from Vault City last year, and they were a bit too overpowering for me. But first mouthful there, that's delicious. Very strong taste of hazelnut going on. I've decided to leave that can for now because the 11% is quite strong. So we'll have a glass of whiskey. In there, I've got the Ardbeg 10-year-old. It's a very peaty whiskey from the Isle of Islay. If you don't know, the peatiness of whiskey is measured in ppm, which is the phenol parts per million. and the Ardbeg 10, I believe that's around 55 ppm, and the strongest or the peatiest whiskey I've ever had was in the Orkney Islands, where I tried a glass of Octomore. I think I paid maybe £25 for a little 25ml measure. I can't remember which one I had, but it's seriously strong, the Octomore. That has got a ppm between 100 and 300. So I'll quickly explain it to you. I've got it on my phone here because I can't remember it off the top of my head. So lightly peated is 5 to 15 ppm. Mid-range peated is around 20 to 30 ppm. So that's Talisker whiskey, which I class as a peaty whiskey. Then heavily peated is 50 plus ppm, and like I said, this is around 55. And extremely peated is 100 plus ppm, and some of those Octomores go up to 300 or so ppm. I can't remember which one I tried, but I swear to God, like I said, I only had that 25ml measure, and the peatiness on it was off the scale. So let's give this a little pour. My sweet treat for tonight, I've got these little chocolate pies, and this one is a lemon posset. We're not having a glass of whiskey tonight, we're having a bowl of whiskey, 46% this is. You can actually smell the peatiness on there. That is some serious stuff. That will separate the men from the boys. I'm quite looking forward to our rain coming back in later. Right, let's try another chocolate pie. This is a hazelnut, I can't pronounce that, I'm going to call it a hazelnut tart. Pretty good, those chocolate tarts. Like I always say, whiskey and chocolate is a thing. I really wish I brought Toby with me now. I was expecting it to be cold and wet tonight, and the cold could be detrimental to his spinal injury, so I thought it'd be best to leave him in the house. But it's turned out it's actually quite warm. I just had to peel a few layers off, and he would have loved these woods as well. When I left the house, he made me feel so guilty. He was laying in his bed giving me the side eye. He knows when I'm going camping. Never mind, we'll make up for it again soon. There's some insane noises going on in these woods. I can hear something walking around over there now. It's quite big as well. It's either a horse, a sheep, or a badger, or serial killer. That'd make for a good video, wouldn't it? Make us some good views. Right, let's have another little chocolate pie. And I'll go for the raspberry infusion now. That smells so good. Before I take a sip of this one, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that's left us super thanks over the past few weeks. Cheers. I'm just going to finish off the last one, and this is a creme brulee, sweet vanilla custard truffle on a layer of caramel, topped with white chocolate and a sprinkle of caramelized sugar. Sounds good. Can you hear that? You've got that owl out there. But that's not what I was hearing. I was just about to go to bed. And I can hear branches snapping. Something moving around out there. On the wind. It's just picked up. Don't worry, I'm not one of these YouTubers that does these scary videos. Grown men running around in the woods scared because you heard a few noises. That's not my thing. But it was definitely something walking around out there then. It's probably one of those horses. I may take a walk now, go and have a look. I had a good walk around. I could hear some noises coming from over there. I shone my torch down there. And I can see a big black figure. Just turns out it's one of those horses. But it's so quiet moving around. It's unbelievable. But I wish I could pick this up on camera. When I was walking down that direction earlier, I was shining my head torch. And all his eyes lit up. It's just a load of sheep grazing in the woods. But when you're walking around in the dark and you hear all these noises and see all these eyes lit up, it's quite something. And it's getting back to my little camp spot there. Good morning, it's just gone 7 o'clock. I've been awake since 5. The rain's been coming down all night. I've had to tidy the area and I've been squaring camp away, and I've just been sitting here listening to the rain. The sun will be coming up soon. Not that we're going to see much sun, but I can just see the light of the sky for the canopy of the trees. So I think now is a good time to get the kettle on. I've got a bit of Vietnamese coffee with me this morning. Surprise, surprise. But I'm having it the traditional way today with condensed milk. When they make this in Vietnam, I just have 2 scoops of this in here usually. They put, I've seen them put like 5 or 10 scoops in, which is insane. But I'm going to put in this morning 4 heaped scoops. Should wake me up. I only have this condensed milk as a little treat when I'm out camping. That will take a long time to filter with that amount of coffee in there, but believe you me, it will be worth the wait. There's a lot of sheep walking through these woods. I could just see them through the mist and the trees. Those are the eyes that were staring back at me out of the darkness last night. Everywhere I looked, I could see eyes lit up. But I just heard those horses not too far away. I'm hoping they pass by and pay us a visit. That'll be a cool sight to see them walking through these woods in this mist. That's seriously strong. It tastes absolutely delicious. I think it's fair to say I was a little merry last night. I turned the camera off, enjoyed a couple of glasses of whiskey, I watched the fire burn out. It was nice, and why not? You've got to let a bit of steam off now and again. I'm back to the grind tomorrow, but I'm feeling good this morning and I've really enjoyed this camp. This is probably one of the best woodland camps I've ever done. So all these woods where I am now are made up of oak. Down in the valley, I know for an area, and it's made up of beech trees, my favourite trees. So I think I'm definitely going to return here and maybe do a camp lower down in the valley. And I keep the camera rolling for the walk back this morning. We'll have a wander through these trees. These woods are magical. Just take a look at this. This place is so cool. I'm definitely coming back here for another camp. And it looks like someone's been camping here. I think that's the remains of a fire pit. This is a nice little spot, a nice flat area there to set up for the night. That was a cool ending to an awesome camp. I'm going to wrap it up now. There's something I forgot to mention last night. I hit 10k subs the other day, and a lot of you noticed and left comments on my last video. So I'd like to thank you all for the awesome comments you left. Also, I'd like to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel and has helped me reach 10k. I'd like to say a big thank you to my channel members, and I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Catch you soon. It's my sweet treat for tonight. It's my sweet I've just said this about 3 times. I'm sure I'm half cut off that can. Right. My sweet treat for tonight is this lemon posset. Ah. Right, my sweet treat to compliment. Fuck off. Right, my I haven't even had a whiskey yet. The fuck, like. Right, my sweet treat for tonight to complement my fucking whiskey.